Josh Allen is coming for Patrick Mahomes. I have to preface this by saying that clearly Patrick Mahomes is up here, and everybody else is like medium tier, because Patrick Mahomes has set the bar. I know some people are going to say Aaron Rodgers, but Patrick Mahomes is way up here. We know that. But Josh Allen is coming. And there's a lot of reasons why I'm going to get into all this and why I believe that Josh Allen could potentially be on the same level, not as good as, but be on the same level as Patrick Mahomes. Before we do, for those of you that watch us on YouTube, make sure you guys give us a like and also a subscribe down below. It helps people find the show. Also, leave a comment. It really does help people find the show, so we deeply appreciate it. So there's a lot of things different things we have to consider. Once again, I have to really start by saying Patrick Mahomes is on his own level, won a Super Bowl MVP. In terms of legacy, Josh Allen is clearly not there. We understand that. But there's a couple of other things that we have to take into consideration, especially with these two great quarterbacks. Let's start with Patrick Mahomes. We're going to compare the two starts of their career to start with here. Patrick Mahomes had the luxury of sitting for a year and learning in a quality quarterback like Alex Smith. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good, actually. That's very good. He got the opportunity to learn the defenses and really expand on the playbook a little bit more. That's great. He also had, when he first actually got his chance to start in his second year in the NFL, in which he threw 50 touchdown passes, one of the only quarterbacks to ever do that. Still amazing. That's how good he is. He had Tyreek Hill. He had Travis Kelce. And by the way, a lot of people forget this too. Kareem Hunt caught 7 touchdowns that year. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. And I would venture to say that Singletary has never done that, or he's never bought that for Josh Allen, but that's another thing for another day. But again, Patrick Mahomes got the opportunity to sit behind Alex Smith. He got the opportunity to have two great number one wide receiver and a number one tight end, by the way, in Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. But he also had Andy Reid as his quarterback whisperer, and Andy Reid has done a great job with a lot of quarterbacks that he's been taken under his wing, and he's been doing a lot of great things. Let's go over to Josh Allen's career now. In his rookie season, he started 11 games. Okay, that's fine. Started 11 games, threw 10 touchdown passes and 12 interceptions. Wasn't great, wasn't bad, kind of in the middle there. In his second year, he already made a jump with one 1,000-yard receiver in John Brown, who, by the way, missed over half of the season this year, which is going to play into what I'm saying a whole lot better. And really, to be honest with you, his weapons as opposed to Patrick Mahomes just aren't there. Now, I believe they both are the same in terms of arm talent. I believe that Patrick Mahomes is a little bit more refined in terms of his deep ball accuracy, his just zipping it in there. He's clearly more refined. But Josh Allen has that same type of talent, especially with the arm he has. Definitely has that same type of talent. But I think he's definitely coming for Patrick Mahomes. And a lot of people ask, why would you say something like that? Well, again, his rookie year, okay, was average. Second year came back, had John Brown, his only 1,000-yard receiver at the time. And John Brown, by the way, is a very respectable receiver. He got a lot of respect for him. But then he came back this year with the addition of Stephon Diggs. And we all know about Stephon Diggs. He's had a heck of a year. I mean, led the NFL in receptions, receiving yards, had 8 touchdowns. I do believe Stephon Diggs will also get over that 10 touchdown mark that it's been rough for him, especially as he's been going through here. But I do have to say that especially the addition of Stephon Diggs, it has enhanced Allen's career, and it also helped Stephon Diggs out a little bit too. But the main reason as to why I think that Josh Allen is coming for Patrick Mahomes is because with the addition of 4th-round draft pick Gabriel Davis, you're really starting to see a quarterback is starting to get the weapons that are almost equivalent to Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce that Patrick Mahomes has. And the reason I say that is, now I took the last 6 games of these two quarterbacks. I know that Patrick Mahomes did not play week 17. I'm talking about the last 6 games that both these quarterbacks played of the season. They both went 6-0, by the way. Shocker, right? Not really. So we already talked about the addition of Stephon Diggs, but the reason that I really wanted to bring up these last 6 games is because of what I like to call the Gabriel Davis effect. So why am I bringing Gabriel Davis up, the 4th-round pick out of the University of Central Florida? Well, he finished the season with 35 catches, nearly 600 yards, and 7 touchdowns. But during that 6-game span I just mentioned, he had 16 catches for 324 yards and 4 touchdowns in 6 games, scored 4 of his 7 touchdowns in those 6 games. So how does that play into Josh Allen? Well, during that 6-game span, Josh Allen threw 17 touchdown passes as opposed to Patrick Mahomes only threw 13 during that time. He threw 2 interceptions. Mahomes threw 5, and threw for 1,840 yards. Patrick Mahomes, on the other hand, threw for, like I said, 13 touchdown passes as opposed to 17, 5 as opposed to 2, and threw for over 2,000 yards. So, yeah, he got Allen in yards. Okay, but Allen was completing 71% of his passes. He was also just taking control of that offense. And Patrick Mahomes, on the other hand, was completing 66% of his passes. So Gabriel Davis really enhanced and showed why even just having some semblance of a receiving core that's moderately close to what Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce play has a lot of value. So again, not saying that Josh Allen is more talented than Patrick Mahomes, but he's coming. And now that he's got weapons, and now that he's got some guys. I mean, Stephon Diggs, again, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. He's got some guys that are coming, and it's absolutely awesome. Now, I have to start by saying also, there's a couple of footnotes here. And by the way, in Josh Allen's rookie year, he also led the team in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. See, I'm telling you. And by the way, his rookie year, LaShawn McCoy was his leading receiver. It's all about weapons, you see. And I think that if we're going to judge a guy based on how a football player he is, we can't just judge him on talent, because clearly Patrick Mahomes has had better opportunity. But Patrick Mahomes came into the league. He showed that he's more refined than Josh Allen. But Josh Allen is coming. Also keep in mind, Josh Allen has Cole Beasley. Yes, he had 967 yards receiving, but Cole Beasley has never had a 1,000 yard receiving year in his entire career. Has never had it. It's been close, and he's been a great player, security blanket, but he has never had it. Also like to reiterate the fact that in terms of running back play, Patrick Mahomes has had it fairly good. He's actually had it very good. And I think that you would be foolish to not say that just in terms of talent, whether it be running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, whatever, Patrick Mahomes has had the better end of the stick. Now, has he took advantage of it? Yes. He's already won Super Bowl MVP. Totally understand that. But Josh Allen is coming. Josh Allen is certainly coming. And now that he's finally got the talent that's coming around him. And now, again, Patrick Mahomes also threw 38 touchdowns this year. Josh Allen threw 37. And plus, Patrick Mahomes didn't play last game of the season. Totally understand that. But if we take that last game stretch, those last 6 game stretch, we start to show that Josh Allen outplays Patrick Mahomes. So if Josh Allen can get the type of production, can get that type of help from his receivers that are somewhat close to the talent level of Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, I think Josh Allen could start to make a case for himself here. So those are at least my thoughts on it. I really had to make sure that I incorporated some of that. So again, I got to finish by saying I have a tremendous amount of respect for Patrick Mahomes. He's up here. Everybody else is kind of right here. Got a tremendous amount of respect for Patrick Mahomes. But Josh Allen is coming. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys remember to like and subscribe down below. Leave us a like and a comment. Helps people find the show. You guys can also listen to all of our latest episodes on iTunes. We deeply appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great Thursday day.